Oh, hey, hello, hi. Um, these pre-intros are fun, right? So this week I had a couple, two, three, five technical difficulties. So instead of doing a brand new shiny episode, and because it's the 4th of July week, I'm going to be bringing you a classic case study. As a matter of fact, case study 0002. Independence Day with musician Travers Gaunt. Enjoy. Okay, let's see here. Case study 0002, Independence Day with musician Travers Gaunt. Aliens invade Earth and give humans a choice to emigrate to a new planet or be killed. When most of humanity gives in to the demands, the President of the United States and a rogue militia fight back to expose the aliens' true plans. All right. Travers, how are you doing today?
Um, Not as good as earlier.
Okay, okay.
I'm having a little PSD PTSD. I
Oh,
mean,
that's better than PSD.
I don't
That
know
could
what
be.
PSD is, but I'm sure I'll
It's
find an acronym
penile
for.
senile disorder.
That doesn't sound fun.
I've heard it's not. I can't say.
But yeah, I think I have a late night TV problem. So
Oh, I'm okay. Do you want to talk about that? Does it have anything to do with Independence apostrophe Day?
oh, good. That's the easy one. I didn't want to go down the rabbit hole on watching my Forever Night box sets. So
Oh, okay, good. Okay. Well, let's just concentrate on this today.
okay.
Okay. Um, how how um how are you feeling after experiencing Independence Day?
I I wanted to feel more patriotic than I do after watching that.
That's understandable. That I think that's a valid concern.
Because I was looking for, I think I was looking for a little more nationalistic jingoism, and I didn't quite get that.
You didn't, because I felt like that was plastered all over it and slapping me in the face.
It was, but they they kind of did it wrong.
Oh yeah, of course they did. It's the asylum. They did it very wrong.
So
It
it didn't, I wanted to walk out of the theater in my mind chanting USA. I wanted to be like USA, and I was just kind of like,
Alien, Alien, Orion, Orion.
yeah.
I feel like regardless of how this movie ended, I feel like Orion was like the bad guy in Black Panther, where you're like, he's got some good points. He's not wrong.
I see. I felt like Orion should have been a cat instead of like this beehive concept, because it
Sure.
acted much more like a cat.
Oh yeah, like it wants to play with us. It wants. I'm not following.
I mean, because the thing is, it doesn't really know what it wants to do with us, but it knows what it needs from us. But it's not even good at like figuring that out.
All right, let's go through the movie. It starts off with these two army dudes, I guess. Ugh. and they get like a flat tire or some bullshit, and they're like, "Oh, let's go," blah, blah, blah." And the guy is like, "Oh, I'm not looking forward to this base. I hear it sucks." And I'm like, "Oh, that's so weird because I hear that every fucking military base sucks. That's so
But
oh
that one,
yeah, that one. Ugh.
it's in Colorado.
Yeah,
Isn't that what
gross.
most of Colorado is if it's not a ski resort?
Yes, and weed. And so they're like, "Oh, what's that?" There's like a UFO, they see it, and somebody shoots it down. Like, it's like the only UFO that's shot down in the whole goddamn movie is at the beginning, right? Am I wrong?
There's actually shot, yeah, because like there's some exploding UFOs, but not really shot down UFOs.
Dude, this movie's stupid. Oh, okay. So then it cuts to the vice president giving a speech. I wasn't even
in a
paying
gazebo.
attention. In a fucking
was like,
goddamn gazebo, like it's the Music Man.
yes, or Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yeah.
Not even that good of a gazebo.
No.
That was a shitty gazebo.
It was
just like,
small. It was whitewashed. It can go to fucking hell. I hate that gazebo. And I was like, oh, a woman vice president? Not likely. Am I right? Okay. Anyway, so her Secret Service guy is like, we got to get in the car now. And she's like, why? What's going on? And she like barely turns her head to see a giant UFO that's like 10 feet away from her. Like, you didn't see that? Like, you really had to ask why we need to leave? Are you like, really? What's going on here, lady? Do you have no peripheral vision? Are you not familiar with the concept of aliens being maybe weird, maybe scary? What's going on, woman? She doesn't deserve to be the vice president, is what I'm trying to tell you.
yeah, she was really odd. I mean, she kind of had this like, she was going for like the Sarah Palin folksiness, but didn't have.
Oh my god, I didn't even think of that until you said that.
She
but
totally
she totally
had
was.
that, but without any of the anti-charisma.
Yep. Yes, she was. Yep.
She just didn't have any. There was nothing endearing or train wreck watching about it. It was like if Sarah Palin was the mother from Seventh Heaven.
Oh god, that hurt a little bit when you said that. She was like Sarah Palin if Sarah Palin was an actual human being.
Wow, with more of a Wisconsin accent.
Yeah,
there's some total Scotty going on in there.
Yep. All right, so then we got two jets. They're gonna intercept this quote unquote spaceship, is what they keep calling it, which is like, seems like a bad term to use if you're in the government. I don't know, it just seems like it. And the thing I love the most about this scene is that the pilots, the Air Force pilots, military pilots, they had actual pilot voice. Like, I just watched a silent movie about airplanes and pilots, and the pilot was like, hey guys, what's going on? I'm talking to you, to the crew, blah, blah. No, this guy had full on.
You know what? I totally picked up on that too. And I'm glad you brought that up, because I felt like that added a little more authenticity to this film that was realism. And I'm like, and it kind of reminded me of like, kind of like the cool audio from like, a lot of the modern Star Wars stuff, like the Mandalorian voice or Kylo Ren or something. Because they have cool, like, they have genuinely cool sounding like walkie-talkie voices.
Yes. They know what they're doing. They don't put any sort of emotion into it. They're just like, here are the facts.
And there's just enough of the, yes, we got a bandit on your tail. Like, just the facts. I'm going to cover your ass there. It's like.
Yes, they got CB voice.
Yeah.
And you know what? I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I gotta say,
it
like,
really stood out because everything else was so
because it was the realest thing in this movie. God damn it. Okay. So then, of course, the best part of the movie gets blown up. The pilot and the other pilot.
Yes, right.
hmm and I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but it made me laugh really hard.
When they blew up?
Yes. Very serious. Pilot voice. We've got this thing. And you're blown up. Woo! Love it. And I gotta say that for Asylum movies, the special effects were gorgeous.
I have to agree. And I felt that way until they got into the spaceships, and the more you look inside the spaceships.
No. I'm talking about this one moment.
Okay.
Let's not talk about close-up magic. We're just talking about faraway explosions. And that is some premium subscription phone apps. That is not like the free version with ads.
Oh no, they got Roxio for that.
No, that was like for real shit.
They paid like a month. They got the month plan for like $20. You know, they got some cool, because those were like Roxio flames.
It was, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. And it was like all outer space because they were blue flames and stuff. All right. And then next, we see a giant spaceship over the White House. Blow it up. Blow it up. Blow it up. So they did.
That was pretty. You know what pissed me off about not the blowing up at the White House, because that was fucking awesome.
Fuck yes.
And the president seemed like a douchebag anyway.
Oh yeah, for real.
And but what pissed me off was like when they were reporting it to people, they didn't say, they were just saying, "Oh, the White House got attacked." No, the White House didn't get attacked. It got fucking leveled.
It got blowed the fuck
It
up.
was blowed up really good. Real good.
And I didn't realize
there was no White House after that.
Oh no.
I mean, it was.
God bless them. God bless the aliens. God bless the Orions. I didn't realize until way later that guy that was the president was the president. Like, I had no fucking idea.
I wasn't sure, because I thought the vice president was the president until
I don't know, because they kept calling her the vice president, and it's like, a woman can't be president. What are you, an idiot? Of course she was the vice president. Don't be stupid, Travers.
Hey, it's future. And one thing I wanted to say though about the quality of this film compared to the some of the other works of Asylum, I felt was remarkably mediocre.
High praise.
Like, I feel like if this came on Sci-Fi Channel at 1 a.m, like, coming home from a bar or whatever, and eating a burrito, and
oh my god,
this was on Sci-Fi, it would be like, this is exactly what I want to watch right now.
Absolutely. I can't even say that I hated this movie as much as I've hated other movies. This was prime mediocrity, and I couldn't agree more. I really liked this movie. I would definitely watch it again. It did not make me want to pierce my eyeballs.
And that almost made me upset, because I wanted to hate it more.
Oh no.
But
no,
it was like,
I understand what you're saying, but I do hate it a lot for how it ended. But I still really liked it and enjoyed my time with it. We had a nice sleepover. We had a nice we had some conversations. They were like whatever. It was just like a nice time together. It wasn't
some easy
the best
cheese
time
on
in my life.
Wheat Thins.
Absolutely.
Not Triscuits. You didn't get the
no,
it's
no,
not
no,
Triscuits.
no, no,
Not as good
no.
as Triscuits,
No,
but it's
no.
Wheat Thins.
Well, the cookie of the cracker that's not quite a cracker, not quite a cookie, and they're both sucky, but it's still decent either way. It's mediocre on many levels.
Yeah.
And I appreciated that because it didn't fucking suck.
But one thing that we really need to get to on this movie is the whole premise. Well, okay.
Wait. I want you to hold on to that thought.
Sure.
because before the White House was blowed up, the president, I don't know if you caught this because I barely pay attention when I watch these movies. The president put like a weird blue light up to his eyeball, and then the next shot was the White House blowing up, and they never talk about it. Like he put some weird thing up to his eyeball.
Oh yeah, he was doing some retina scan or
Yeah,
something.
but like
And
it's never referenced ever, not once. They show it but never talk
that's
about it.
right.
And I want to know what the fuck he was
So
doing.
my monkey brain got distracted because while that was happening, it's like, oh, what's going on? It's like, oh, it's blown up, but oh, they must be in a bank bunker in the basement
Yeah.
because something was happening with his eye. But
Right.
then I totally forgot about it until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, because it was like totally random and it is never mentioned again. I want to know.
Well, I don't think the asylum riders are hip to
Continuity.
well, not only yeah, continuity. They can't even grab a continuity, but the whole concept of Chekhov's gun, which is
Yeah.
to show something, it's gotta
You gotta have somebody shot in the last scene.
yeah.
No. All right. I'm sorry. I interrupted you. Please continue.
Oh well, but we're on the timeline of the movie, so it all works. But I'm glad you brought that up, because then you have the militias.
Oh my God.
Which I know that what was really great about this militia was that they knew all the militias.
They were a
we're
network.
getting the militias together, and no one knew about this alien invasion. But all of a sudden they had a name, and it wasn't like we're gonna call ourselves something. And the best part was that they were afraid of copyright infringement from Radical Earth First, which I was a part of as a teenager, and they call themselves First Earthers, which doesn't make any sense.
Okay. You just put so much on the table here that I need to unpack.
Go for it.
Okay. What? Like, yes, I never even like considered how do all these militias know other fractions? Like, is this one militia or is it many militias that know other militias? And like, I wrote down like, oh my God, what is it? What do they call themselves?
First Earth.
First Earth. I was like, did they say it wrong? Because it sounds wrong. It should be Earth first. Like,
but that
First Earth is like
was a real group.
We're the only Earth. Like we're the first one. No, you're saying no. Are you saying okay? All right. Oh, you're gonna go with that. All right.
So they're afraid from getting sued from hippies who don't copyright anything because Earth First considered itself a movement, not an organization.
Of course.
They were like the environmental Antifa of the 80s.
All right. So when they introduce this, it's when they're at a shooting range or some bullshit. I don't care. And one of the main Earth Firsters or First Earthers, whatever the F, she's like, hey, wasn't your brother assigned to the president, blah, blah, blah. So like basically like, why didn't she say like, oh shit, your brother just got blown up. What the fuck? Like she's just like, meh, isn't that weird? And he's like, yeah,
Then he gets emotive for a second. Damn it. It's like, yeah, we gotta do something about this.
Oh yeah, that's probably my brother's probably dead. Huh, that's weird. Anyway, should we fuck this movie? No, don't. No, I love this movie. I don't. No ill will. But I think that this militia, I think that that head guy whose brother is probably dead now, I think that if Randy Quaid were to see this movie, he'd be like, that part, that's me. I am that guy in that militia. Are we familiar with Randy Quaid?
Well, I mean, he was in Mars Attacks.
And he was in Independence Day.
Oh, wait. I'm confused. I see like Mars Attacks and Independence Day were like the
The
same
same
movie.
movie.
So I like sometimes my brain gets blurred because I haven't watched either in probably 15 years.
Sure. Or 20 or 30 or
Yeah.
whatever.
Um,
So Randy Quaid was in Independence Day. He
Okay.
was like this weird drunk that
yeah.
in the end he like foiled the alien. I don't remember. But basically, wait,
He was like a fighter pilot.
was he in both? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But he had this crop airplane, blah, blah, blah. But also in IRL, Randy Quaid, are we familiar with IRL?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's...
So in my head, Randy Quaid has seen this movie and been like, man, they wrote this part for me and I am so awesome and I am like the head of this militia and all the Hollywood elite doesn't even know what's going on because I know what's going on and they know that I know that they're all killing all of the Hollywood people that are not the elite. So basically, what I'm saying is Randy Quaid loves this movie.
But he probably lobbied to be in it, but they wouldn't pay enough.
Are you kidding me? He would have. Seriously, they did not. No, he would have done this for pennies on the dollar. If
I'm
he
saying
read
he
that
lobbied to be in it, but I think he wanted more money than...
No, he's
they
in
paid the
Canada.
scriptwriter.
He's in Canada. He doesn't need money. Canadians don't need some money. What are you talking about? All right, so they get a transmission from the quote unquote the Orions.
I love them.
And
They're fake Cylon voices, like 70s Cylons.
Oh my god, I love it so much. They are amazing, and they give them their spiel. They're like, "Oh, you guys fucked up the planet. We're gonna save you, and we're gonna take you here, and we're gonna heal you, and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Win, win, win, win." Let me subscribe to your newsletter because I fucking love you guys. Take me with you. They want to blow up the government. They're like, oh yeah, we're going to blow up every government, every capital. Everything's gone. And then when that's done, we're going to take all of your people, all of humanity, and we're going to take them to a better place. And the president's like, wait, no, that sounds bad. No, I don't know. What? And I'm like, no, fuck you. I don't care. I just fucking take me. I want this to happen, and I want to be on that fucking goddamn ship.
On a side note, that's not a side note. This was a promise I grew up with as a child.
Well, if you grew up in an evangelical household, this would be the rapture. And so I also kind of did grow up with that. But there were no people left out in this scenario.
But see, this was exactly what my mom was predicting.
Uh-huh.
And said that her spirit guides were telling her that the aliens were going to come.
Yeah.
And they were going to take all the shitty people away, and they were going to make these hologram projections of a comet, and they were going to take all the shitty people away, and all the cool people would get Earth, all the artists and musicians and stuff.
I don't want Earth. Take me somewhere better. Fuck that. Her fucking spirit guides suck.
Well, they were going to take plenty of people away. It just brought back fun memories, you know.
Oh, yeah. You got some, like, cozy.
Yeah. Like, oh, man, I was going to get taken out of school for that.
Best part of the apocalypse, no school. Okay, so what the Orion also say is that if you don't come with us and like to where we're going to take you, they're going to exterminate every other human on Earth. Which I do not condone mass extermination, but if you don't want to get vaccinated and you just happen to die for whatever reason might happen, that your death might happen because you don't get vaccinated, that's on you. So if you're not willing to get on a spaceship that promises to take you to the best place ever, I don't know, Disney World and Universal Studios and heaven and wherever, that's on you. No, that's on you. I'm Team Orion all the fucking way.
Well, they kept changing their story. I mean, they were. That's why I think they were like cats, because they're like they're just kind of like saying it's like, oh, we're gonna do this if we're gonna exterminate you if you don't get into ships and we take you somewhere cool.
Yeah.
And then it's like, but I mean the reveal at the end. I don't
But
want.
we're
I don't
not
want to
talking
go
about.
there. Yet.
We're not talking about
I
the
don't know.
end.
I don't want to get there yet. But it's like there's a
No.
lot of mixed messages from the Orions.
Well, you know,
They were
they don't.
cats.
They. Okay.
They can't even remember what they were saying each message they send. They don't remember the last one.
I'm sure if you gave them a little bit of tuna, you could see like heaven and new colors and okay. So what we didn't mention before is that the now president, Madam President, her son has a disability where he needs crutches, and they are promising that if they trust her, they will heal him. And I gotta say, I didn't believe for a second that he needed those crutches. He was not that good of an actor.
Oh man, yeah. Keep going, not to interrupt.
Yeah. But he was like, "Oh, what? They're gonna heal me?" And he was not. I have so many issues with Bobby, who is the son.
That fucking kid.
That fucking teenage kid who is obviously has no disability. I'm starting to think it's like a Munchausen thing at this point because no, absolutely not. No. And then he goes into this like weird pod.
It looked like the pod from The Fly.
It absolutely did.
I was just like, that was my first thought. I was just like, oh man, he's gonna turn into a fly.
That
Awesome.
would have been dope, but no. He gets in there and he's like, "Oh, owie, owie," and then like everyone's like, "Oh no, he's in pain." Well, healing takes pain. You know what I'm saying? So then he gets out and he's like, "Oh, I'm all better. I can walk like a normal person." I don't even know if he says that, but he had the vibe of normal person.
I think he actually said that.
It tracks.
Or just felt like it.
It tracks because he had that whole normal person vibe. Like, ugh.
Oh no, he was not that normal. I mean, the way that he was like emoting with his mom was really weird.
It was
There's
really
some
weird.
really weird moments with that kid. That kid was like really like I think the actress was actually breaking character. Like,
what?
This dude. Like, dude, easy.
And honestly, I'm Team Orion all the way. However, I kind of wanted them to kill Bobby. I kind of wanted it to, because like there was absolutely no pushback. It was just like everything's awesome in this movie. There's no bad things. Everything's good in this movie. Let's go for it. Team Orion. And then they healed him. And I was like, but all right.
See, I was like hoping that Bobby would at least be more like, Hitler Youth for the aliens, because he was going that way.
But no, he was still pretty Team Orion. He was pretty Hitler Youth. But also, there was a smell.
Oh man, the smell.
And they really built up the smell. And I love when a movie has a smell in it because, all right, if you say so.
It's something else we don't have to spend money on. It's another special effect that we don't have to buy.
They didn't, I mean, geez.
Oh, except for the juice.
Oh, wait, what was that juice? The juice was called, what was it? CH5N.
Oh man,
I had to flip a lot of pages to get to CH5N, and that's.
Oh, how about that doctor? That guy was a creep.
He
was, man. He like no. I had a really good line about that guy. Well, I also wanted to mention we haven't talked about Bobby's father, aka what I refer to him as Senator Husband, because like at the beginning when
Senator Husband sucks.
Oh, he's awful. And
the worst.
He was so mad that his wife was sworn in, and it took a while for me to realize that he was actually her husband, and
I
just
had no
not
idea.
Yeah, it was like, Wait, is that
Wait,
his
wait.
kid or her kid? It's like
No.
their kid?
I knew they were married. I did not know he was a senator. Like the nepotism in this movie makes me want to barf because it's realistic. I hate
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, so I just refer to him as Senator Husband.
And that's what we will be doing from now on because it is accurate.
And he's such a scumbag.
There's after his son gets healed, they're outside the spaceship. God damn it, this fucking movie. And he's like, "We gotta get out of here." Senator Husband says, "We gotta get out of here. It's dangerous." And then they do a cutaway shot of just some random people walking on the street with signs that we can't read.
Oh no, I read one. One of my favorite ones said, "Heck no, we won't go."
Okay, don't.
I
no
wrote that right here because I was like so happy that it's a family film and it's a militia for the whole family. Because one thing I wanted to bring up about the militia is that this is like a Disney militia. It was very multi-culti.
Oh, very. Yeah.
You had a Latino woman that seemed like she was kind of number 2.
Sure.
Still number 2. You still had the white guy with the bad 90s Alice in Chains beard braid going on.
Oh my god, those braids! I just wanted to pull on them, not in a sexual way.
I hope not, because they're just not good. And you had people of color in that militia. I'm like, this isn't like any militia that I've seen on the nightly news.
No, but they were just as stupid as the ones on the nightly news.
They weren't bright.
No, I hated them. I hate this movie. God damn it. I love it. And I hate how conflicted I am because I love the Orion so much. And the militia, I hate how fucking validated the militia get. They're just like the worst. They're like Cliven Bundy extra, like the worst. We're gonna do stuff the way that this fucking country was fucking. Shut up. I hate you. This movie is so nationalistic and so. You know what? The only thing that could save this planet? America. You know the only thing that can save America? Militias. I fucking hate this.
Then one thing I loved was how you had Senator Husband was going behind his wife, the president's back by calling. He called the militia guy.
Yeah.
He just has his fucking contact in there, and the militia guy is under attack by those little drones from the spaceships, and he picks up his phone like, "What is it?" And it's like,
hold on, I gotta take this.
Don't shoot me, lazy space drone. And it's just like, man, are they tight? I really want to know more about their relationship. I mean, I know he's the brother. That was the whole pretense, I guess.
Right.
The shoehorn pretense of like, oh, he's the brother of a Secret Service guy.
Which means the senator has his phone number. That makes total sense. And then, okay. So they're trying to get transmissions from the Orion. And they pull up some. I was so not following this, and I had no interest in doing such.
Oh, the IT guy that was just shoehorning in ideas. Like,
and Bobby's like looking over IT guy's shoulder, and he's like, "Whoa, this looks weird." Really, Bobby? Really? The weird alien transmission looks weird? That's so weird, Bobby. Fuck you, Bobby. You're on my list, Bobby.
Oh yeah, that kid fucking sucks.
Okay, so
that whole scene, but like around that time though, is like he had the whole scene where for some reason, I mean this movie had really bad science. Like,
what? You're wrong. I'm just gonna say it.
I couldn't even like figure out in like TV science terms, because
enhance.
I'm way for the suspension of disbelief.
Oh, you mean like how when something happened that I don't understand, and then the oxygen was cut off, and then within minutes, everyone is passing out because
Yeah.
there's no oxygen, even though it's only been like 5 minutes. You
Yeah.
mean like that
That's
kind of
that's
science?
exactly what I'm talking about. I like couldn't figure out what was going on that
And they
scene.
couldn't override a valve with their computer, so they had to manually override a valve. Is that what you mean by
And-
bad science?
And your friend, yeah, when you mean by manually, it was Bobby kicked someone was trying to put a lever in like what looked like a 1920s like garden valve, you know,
Because that's what it is. Yeah.
valve for a garden hose, and with a crank or something stuck in it, and he stepped on it and saved the day. And then everyone who was passing out just starts, I'm
Oh
fine
yeah,
now.
it's fine. It's fine because we have oxygen now. Because we didn't have oxygen for like 2 minutes, even though like apparently there's a vacuum in this room. If oxygen isn't constantly pumped into it, it's being sucked out for some reason because that makes no sense. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't understand what was going on there.
And then the militia are like, okay, we're gonna bring the C4 into this spaceship. I bet they can't they won't be able to detect the C4. And I wrote down, this is one of my favorite notes ever because C4, more like, and then I didn't do anything.
Well,
and then I wrote, I can't wait to find out what this smell is. Because everyone keeps saying, oh, what is that smell in here?
and one thing I wanted to say about the interior of the spaceship, what I loved was that they had these like blue poles that look like wraps of plastic tarps,
What?
and then covered with chicken wire.
No.
And then like the rest of it looked like it was filmed in like an AV cage in a high school basement. And then they had to make it like a spaceship. Well, if we have these blue poles of plastic and we put black chicken wire around it, it'll look future.
And those weird camera guy robot things. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they were the ones
things on the
communicating.
yeah.
There was a few shots of those where they could not focus on that or the person in the scene. So I was like, my eyes were having a really hard time adjusting. That's aside from the point. But what I kept thinking, this looks like the set of Red Dwarf. Like
that's
low
that's
budget,
totally.
sci-fi, generic spaceship.
Yeah, like the whole like those BBC shows like The Hitchhiker's Guide, Doctor Who, that whole era.
Everything is dark and utilitarian.
But see, they did a good job with they had fun with the low budget.
Oh yeah.
Like this wasn't fun looking.
No, this was just like, I don't know, chicken wire, fine.
Fog machine. They're in a spaceship. We need fog because there's always fog in spaceships.
Here's some spray paint, just silver, just whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Put
It's
some
a
red lights under
spaceship.
there.
No, it looks like the AV cage. It's a spaceship. Turn off the lights. It's a spaceship.
I don't know what you guys aren't getting. It's a fucking spaceship.
And one thing I also want to say is like whenever they go into the spaceship, everyone just walks into the spaceships. There's no sentries. There's no aliens.
No.
And
that made me mad.
Yeah, it's just like, wait, they're just letting these humans just walk around their spaceship.
Right? And then they didn't. Something exploded. I don't know.
They had like a laser eye in the ceiling.
That scanned them.
That was like an ATM camera.
And then they explode the C4 or whatever, and they're outside the spaceship like, and then the senator calls them, or the head guy, and he's like, it's FUBAR, sir. Like, come on. Really? You're gonna okay. Okay, yes, it is fucked up beyond all recognition. You are correct. But really? That whole line makes me sad.
I love how the Orions though, like every time they got attacked, it's all like, okay, that wasn't cool, guys. Now you're all exterminated. And then it's like the president be like, wait, we're trying to get these militia motherfuckers in line. And then the aliens would be like, all right. That it's like, That is sufficient. Like,
Okay, we won't exterminate you, but don't press our buttons, you guys.
it's like there was so much indecision, but it was like the aliens. It's like they couldn't decide. That's why I think they were cats, because they couldn't decide whether they wanted to be adorable and humanitarian or antagonistic. It's
Oh
like
my
they were kind of
God,
both
when
at
you put it
once,
like
like a
that, they
cat.
are cats.
Yeah.
I love them so much, but they keep biting.
Yes.
Let me just pet your tummy. No! Okay, so then I didn't realize it till later, but the guy from the very first scene of the movie who's going to the new base that's weird or horrible or bad, I don't remember what he said. He's the one who figured out the CH5N. The smell is I'm still confused. The smell is the
He said it
key.
was a pheromone.
Yeah, I know. I get that. It's a pheromone.
I mean, that's what he
Fine.
said it was. That's
Right.
I'm just
But
quoting.
it's what? It's the key. It's the password. It's like, it makes no fucking sense. Like, they communicate through this pheromone. I get that they're aliens and their tech is going to be weird and different, but no, absolutely not.
Well, they didn't have zombies, so they couldn't use zombie blood.
True.
So so it was basically like, man, we want to have zombie blood because that'd be cool. So what if we did like some stinky pheromone thing?
Oh, I love pheromones. I got a cologne with pheromones in it, so it's like chicks totally dig me when I wear it. Shut up.
But it hasn't worked so far.
And then somebody comes with like an alien hand that's been frozen since 2003.
Thank you for bringing that up.
You're very welcome.
I wanted to talk about that box. It's a paper shredder that you can get at Staples for like $60. And then he opened it up and it had dry ice and a frozen hand.
Oh, but what a hand it was. I thought that the mechanism to opening and closing that box looked very familiar and high tech. I was like, wow, they really like spent a lot of money on that box. That's like a for real, like safe holding, freezing, cryogenic box. That's really nice. And also, I guess, a paper shredder.
Yeah, it totally looks like the $60 shredder. They didn't cheap out on the 40 that just goes, they didn't get the one that just goes over the top of your wastebasket.
Right. No, that was a for real. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the self-contained unit.
Kudos, Asylum. So I'm still kind of sad that the body or the smell, it should have been dead bodies. It should have been a cookbook scenario where how to serve man or how to serve man dinner or how to serve man for dinner. It should have been that situation, but it was just pheromones, and that really bums me out. I wanted dead bodies.
Yeah, there's something that, see, everything in that movie kind of felt like it was going for it, but trying, but like walking around going for it.
Yeah.
Even though like the militia felt that way. Like,
absolutely.
Like everything felt that way. It's just like, oh,
we got this super awesome cool thing that we're not going to touch. We're going to go a little bit left of there, and it's going to be a little bit more boring, but a little bit more palatable for nobody.
Yeah, it was like they were trying to find a lowest common denominator that doesn't exist.
Absolutely. Yep. And then they finally find an alien in some wreckage. And the guy's like, can you do an autopsy? And he's like, fuck yeah, I can do an autopsy.
Oh, he had the best shit-eating grin on his face. He's just like, that's right. That's this. Thank you for bringing that up, because I was actually looking for that note.
And it was the biggest alien reveal letdown in the world. Like, they're just like, they show
like nothing.
It was just like, here's a spine, and you don't get to see its face. It's just like, here's some Party City alien statue that we sell every year. No,
It's like
No.
it's just the hand that you put like under the door, coming out from underneath the door.
The one that has a motion detector on it, so when you try to grab the candy, it grabs your hand.
Exactly.
Yep. And then they find out. Okay. We're finding out their secrets with their pheromone technology. I still don't get, but whatever. And he finds out that what they're doing with the people that they're collecting. Sorry. They
The graphic was awesome.
it looked like a Scientology like VHS. Okay, so the new world that they're going to transport all of humankind to is they're going to jettison them into space. They're basically killing all of humanity. And you know what? I'm still kind of on board. Still don't hate it.
Well, that's actually one of the things that I liked about it, is because what the Orions are doing, it just keeps changing. It was like, I felt like there were like 10 script writers.
Oh, I'm sure there
were. Which might account for the like, are we really going to go for it? Because I don't know what the last guy had intended. Because I'm about the fourth in line.
No. Just keep going. Just write. But what did the last guy? No, just keep going. It doesn't matter what the last guy was thinking.
Because then when the whole scene, and this is where I think Bobby was at his creepiest. One of his creepiest moments, because that kid was just fucking creepy as fuck. But when the Orions demanded that the president go on the spaceship, and the kid was all he was just so emotive.
Oh no, I was thinking at the end when he's just like bawling, and it's just
that's
like,
yeah,
bro, settle down.
Yeah, there's something.
Men aren't supposed to have emotions. Just
not like that. Not like that. That's not like anyone.
No. Those were. He looked like maybe that's what it was. Maybe when they healed him, they turned him into an alien, and that's why he acts weird. And
I wish that would have been so much cooler.
Exactly. And then, like, the militia guy is sitting down with his second whatever, and he's like, "What? Like, you think aliens are gonna help us and like do us like whatever? They're here to hurt us." And I'm like, you sound like a nationalist asshole.
Oh, totally.
I am not rooting for you. I know Orion's plan, and I still am rooting for them because you suck. No, this is not good.
Oh, I do want to mention that when one of the times that the militia were in a spaceship, and then, you know, a lot of people wanted to get on the spaceship because the president's kid, because creepy Bobby got all healed and fixed. Everyone wanted to get on the spaceship, and when they were breaking down the barriers, you just saw someone like push over a police barrier and it just falls. There's no smashing. No. And there wasn't like a rush. You just see like people walking. Like,
yep.
I mean, I've seen Black Fridays much more violent and intense than that. I mean, that's just like.
Yeah, I wrote down, if 2020 has taught me anything, police are going to use violence for just about anything, especially non-violent people trying to get past a barricade.
Oh, yeah.
It was a ridiculous scene. It was just like, we're going to walk now. Nope. Wait.
And the police are like, what gives?
They're like, how did this happen? And then the next shot is like an overhead shot, and it looks like fish streaming into like a canal, like the most ridiculous animation that never needed to happen. Just
that
get
was
like
really
a couple
odd.
dozen people to just walk. You don't need to animate that because it looks animated.
They couldn't afford the extras.
The people, Oh my god.
Because I mean, I'm sure the extras that they used
Obviously,
were
they
like,
can't afford the extras. Just ask your friends to do it. Come
no,
on.
those were like all the other extras that they did use for some of those scenes. The small, the crowds, the small crowds.
Heck no, we won't go.
Those were the gaffers, and those are all just like, techs. And then even they were like, wait, I'm not getting paid for this.
Why?
And that's when they had to get the CGI the people. Because
Are you gonna at least give us lunch? No, I'm not doing
like,
this.
wait, you're not even getting the Subway platter? We don't get like the 30-foot long Subway?
The non-tuna Subway? Come on. That's all I'm asking. Okay, so then there's at some point some scientist develops a virus to
say the autopsy guy.
okay, it's the same autopsy
Yeah,
guy.
it's autopsy guy.
He is able to develop a virus or something to infect these
He
aliens.
just said a pathogen.
Like it was a matter of like an hour or
Yes!
so. He's just
Oh,
like,
not
oh
even."
yeah, no problem. I got this. So what we're supposed to believe is that this scientist can kill all of these aliens in a matter of minutes. And COVID happened naturally. Okay. So what I'm saying is COVID was made by the government, and that's all I've got.
Well, I wanted to say about but also that scene with the science autopsy guy.
Yeah.
Was that while he was developing the virus, he's wearing a mask at a table by himself. But there's people like 2 feet away from him. No one else is wearing a mask, and he's developing a deadly fucking virus, and everyone's just hanging out. Then he's all like, "Hey guys, I figured it out," and takes off his mask, and it's like, this was made like 3 years ago, so it's hindsight's 2020, so it just makes it even funnier.
And also it's like they like, could this be dangerous to humans? He's like, oh
yeah, like they never really
maybe it could be. I don't know. Here, but take it and kill all these guys. But we're cool. Yeah. All right.
Hey, this guy is all about alien autopsies. So, and he was definitely a little too excited, if you catch my drift.
He definitely is my favorite. Okay, so then the aliens, Orion, are like, Lady President, you need to get on our spaceship and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, cool, I'm going to infect these guys. Oh my God. So she gets on the spaceship. They get on, they're like, blah, 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 boring stuff. She gets on the main thing and they're like, okay, go to the corridor on your left. Did you notice this?
Follow the path. Stick to your lefts.
And they go, which way do they go, Travers? It was not left. They go right. And I think that might be my favorite
I didn't even catch
part.
that because it was that point. It was probably about 1 a.m. So I'm like, finally something's happening.
Yeah, no, finally they're going the wrong way. And I love that so much because it's like what I live for in these movies. And I so rarely get to see it, but it was a blatant misdirection that was unintentional. Thank you so much. I love it so much.
I also want to mention that when they were on the mothership, or the hive ship as they called it,
Yeah.
The poles of plastic wrapped in chicken wire on that ship were pink.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but it was different because all the other spaceships, the poles and chicken wire were blue.
It's the mothership. Pink means ladies.
Yep.
And the other ones were boy ships. Just like cats are girls and dogs are boys.
Yep. And Stork brings pink
Yep.
for the girls, blue for the boys.
So the president is on the mothership, obviously in front of a green screen. And there are pods. And I'm totally confused on were there aliens in the pods? Were there people
Those
in
are
the
the
pods?
people.
The people that already went on the other ships?
Yeah, or maybe they were people. It was never really clarified.
Yeah,
it was just like,
they were just
but the Orion was just like, yeah, those are your people.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, here's the deal, Madam President. okay, yeah. We're killing everybody, but we need humans for fuel. Cool? Cool. Okay, cool.
Which then again goes back to the fact that they are cats because wait, if they need humans for fuel, why were they talking about like exterminating and blowing it up and just why weren't they just harvesting them in the first place?
Uh,
That's like
they're toying with us like cats.
that's why I keep it's the only thing that makes
I'm
sense.
totally seeing your point of view now.
They're talking about this beehive culture. It's like, but they're acting like cats. Bees are fucking genius engineers.
And
Cats
they're
are
like-
dicks.
They keep saying, look, lady, madam, we are your predator. You've gone years thinking you have no predator. We are your fucking predator. Fair. Take the deal. They're like, hey, we've got a deal for you. Give us all your blood on your planet of the humans, and we'll let you live like on this super boring spaceship forever.
See, that wasn't really clear. Like, where are they gonna live? Where are they gonna go?
Yeah,
just like-
it's like, no, here you can like exist. Yay! You know what? If my options were exist on a spaceship with no entertainment, no nothing, or die, I'm gonna take die. So I'm like, yeah, lady, take the friggin' deal. Oh, and also they kept saying we have to terraform Earth.
Mhm.
Terra is a word for Earth. Also, Earth is already terraformed. So what they're saying in essence is we need to earthify Earth because it's not earthy enough. So our plan is to make Earth. And I wanted to kick somebody in the nuts at that point. So she's like, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll totally take that deal. I totally want to live on this spaceship, bored out of my mind for the rest of my life. Let's do this. Shake my hand. She holds her hand out like a fucking bug is supposed to know what a fucking handshake is. They don't even have hands. I did not like that part.
It was awkward.
It was awkward because
I
it's
felt
like
awkward.
it was like, oh, lady, she doesn't know. But it was like, if I were a giant alien bug and a human was holding out their hand, I'm gonna know something's up because that's bullshit. Come on. This is all like a ruse, obviously, to poison this bug with this pandemic, whatever he called it. But I'm gonna have to call bullshit on this because there's no politician on Earth that wouldn't take that deal, even if it's just to exist on a stupid fucking ship. That politician be like, you want me to sell out my entire race just so I can
Oh,
survive?
absolutely.
Fuck yeah. Do I get money too? No, because money doesn't exist anymore. Okay, fine. I will still take that deal as long as I'm the one that exists and is awesome forever. Bullshit. This movie is lies. I think this movie is fake, is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, one thing that was really confused. One of the things, wow, something in this movie was confusing. There's like the fact that once they gave the queen, who didn't make contact with any other aliens, just all the aliens on all the other all the spaceships just started exploding.
Don't you know how queens work? Once a queen is infected, stuff blows up, I guess. I don't really know.
That's because insects go into the hive.
No, it's because queens exist. It's because pheromones are technology and space stuff. So now they're stuck in space on this spaceship. Like, what was the plan there? Like, they're on this spaceship in space. You don't know how spaceships. Oh, wait, they have pheromones, right?
Pheromone navigational systems.
It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so they're killing spaceships that are on Earth, and they start calling them dragonflies. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I was like, where's the dragonflies? I don't see
yeah,
any dragonflies.
they just call them dragonflies out of nowhere, and everyone knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't just introduce a new word and just
Okay, so that
expect
wasn't me. I
us.
felt like I missed
No,
something.
it was just all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, dragonfly, blah blah. What? What? No, that's not how things work.
Okay, so they did not mention that anytime earlier in the movie.
Nope. It was
Okay.
just all of a sudden, oh yeah, dragonflies.
Because I was clearly not on anything, and I kept feeling that I was because I kept missing things.
Okay, so now somehow, and I don't understand the correlation, but the president's spaceship, whatever one that was, is coming down to Earth, and you can see like husband, senator husband, and son, and someone else is looking up at something, and I'm guessing it's that spaceship because they don't really make that clear. Senator husband.
Yeah, that was really confusing. And then like one of the dragonflies was like chasing it, and then one of the pilots.
Okay, but we need to talk about Senator Husband for a minute because Senator Husband. No. The spaceship's coming and he's doing this. Senator Husband is making a weird jerk off blow job motion. And I don't know why he's doing this. And he needs to not be doing this because it doesn't make any sense.
Because he looked like defamed Senator from
Lindsey
Oregon,
Graham?
Bob Packwood, like back in the 80s.
I thought you were going to say Lindsey Graham and Ladybugs, but I'm sorry. What? Anyway, so they land, blah, 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 jerk off motion. The spaceship lands. And then Madam President comes out, but she needs help walking for some reason. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was what was going on.
I don't know, like all of a sudden, I'm on Earth. I need help walking, but nobody else does. And in conclusion, I have deemed this movie Randy Quaid's second favorite movie. The end. Roll credits.
But you left out the part when creepy Bobby looked like he was trying to kiss his mom on the neck. Because he totally was. And that was like the most awkward, like where like the actress is like breaking character, like like side eyeing, like what's going on here?
It's the alien DNA.
Did he just grope my ass? Totally grabbed her ass.
I missed that. It must have been like, insects and incest. It's like the same word practically.
And
so...
then it was roll credits. It was just like he was getting creepy. She's starting to look a little like,
and
I'm
the camera
trying not to look like I'm alarmed, but I think. But
then the camera pans up as she looks terrified of what her son is doing, and then very abruptly credits.
Yes, it was like, wait, it.
What? Wow, what a romp! That was a lot of fun. Is there a second one? Do you know? I didn't even check.
I don't know. I know that there's a movie. I'm not sure if it ties in with some of the Alien knockoffs. There's a Prometheus knockoff called Alien Origin.
Oh.
That kind of had my eye. I put that in my queue.
Oh, we'll have to watch that next time. Until then, why don't you tell us your plugs again?
Currently I have on Bandcamp under Gauntlet Music 2 albums. One, the Gauntlet Music Orchestra presents music from Sonic Wastelands, which is a soundtrack to 90s late night TV show, science fiction and horror shows that did not exist. And the other is Cyborg Demon Plays Music for Lovers, which is just a bunch of space drugs.
It's beautiful. Travers, I'm really sorry about this. Thank you.
There's several hours of my life I won't that I spent watching. But the thing is, I would have probably, hopefully watched.
You would have. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I would have too. I can't lie.
I can't watch Sci-Fi Channel anymore because the commercials are so bad, which sucks because I love Sci-Fi Channel because they show this type of shit.
I have to again promote Pluto TV. I love Pluto so much, and they have an Asylum channel, and it's so good. It's horrible, but I love it so much.
So you can just like go to Asylum Channel and they're just playing some random.
Yep.
See, I love that because I like the feeling of like I love old. I liked late night TV in the old days because that's what you get.
Yeah.
Like you get 3 channels. You got Xenon one channel. You got Silk Stockings on the other.
Yep.
And Sweating Bullets on the other.
Bro.
Or maybe Earth Final Conflict.
Some Red Shoe Diaries.
Yeah.
Bro, you got to check out Pluto. It's everything and more. It's the best. But I love, like, every time I check out Pluto and the Asylum channel on Pluto, I'm just like, fuck yeah, I'm in for the night. This is good in not a good way.
And every movie has Daryl Hannah.
A lot of them do have Daryl Hannah.
Daryl Hannah fucking marathon.
And there's quite a few Terminator knockoffs that are.
Oh, that's right.
So good. So good.
Called, like,
if you want to.
Isn't one of them even called like the Terminators?
Yep.
Like it's like
that
bad.
Yep. Oh. So good.
No, I think I put that in my list. I also put in my list Lord of the Elves.
Oh yeah.
Which I read was actually supposed to be a knockoff of The Hobbit.
I'm sure that was great.
Oh.
It's not about Dio.
No.
It should be about Dio.
I mean,
everything should be about Dio.
It's true. Well, Travers, again, I apologize, but I also thank you. And I will see you soon for our next movie.
Thank you for having.
Have a good one.
You too.
And keep it creepy. Okay, bye.
Bye.